It's exciting to see so many people out publicly supporting something as important as the initiative that Celebrate One is launching. My name is Austin Hill. I'm the Columbus Director of the Refuge Ministries. The Refuge is a 13-month free addiction recovery program based here in the Hilltop in Franklinton. Now, I'm sure some of you are now asking yourself, why is a man who runs an addiction recovery program introducing something about infant mortality? The reality is because just like with addiction, infant mortality is not something that will be solved without the help of the entire community. These problems are incredibly complicated, multi-layered, and require complicated, multi-layered people. And that's what neighborhoods like the Hilltop are made up of, which is strong, complicated, multi-layered people. So, the Refuge has been partnered with Celebrate One for almost 2 years now. I'd love to say that people in addiction just focus on themselves and then they fix themselves, but the truth is they need the community to help. And so what they do with Celebrate One is we do a lot of picking heavy stuff up and then putting it back down, preparing for first birthdays and baby showers. And those are the things that they see. The men and women of the Refuge are men and women who have kids, and they get to see this positive impact by bringing joy to families who need that. It is with great pleasure that I get to introduce the mayor of our city, Andrew Gunther, so please clap for him.
Thank you. Good morning, and Austin, thank you for your words, your mission, your work, the impact you're having on families here on the Hilltop. I want to thank our director, Erica Clark-Jones. Thrilled to be able to introduce in just a moment or two our incredible partner. You can't do any of this work without great partners. And Joy Bivens, the director of Franklin County Jobs and Family Services, has been with us every step of the way. We're grateful for her. And how about, I have never been more proud of these three dynamic leaders. Yeah, they were great football players and student athletes and this and that, but they've stepped up in a way to say, we see a problem. We think our youngest citizens, particularly African-American babies, are worth fighting for and saving. And so to have Pepper Johnson and Deante Johnson and Beanie Wells raise their hand and step up, I couldn't be more proud of these men and what they're doing. So I'll speak for just a moment or two today just to share and celebrate that today's another evolution of our outreach to families as we continue to focus on reducing infant mortality in our community, wanting more babies to celebrate those first birthdays and thrive in their earliest years of life. As you know, we started this journey back in 2014 with the Infant Mortality Task Force. We galvanized this community and partners to take action to address the startling number of infant deaths in our community. Since that time, we built a team of driven and committed Celebrate One staff and partners. Well, all the community health workers, the women, and I know we have a couple of men that do this work, would you just stand up so we can recognize you for the work you do in our community and neighborhoods throughout our city? These women and men are making a huge difference in our neighborhoods, and I'm grateful for them. We're helping to change government practices and policies to help address those social determinants of health. We've conducted research on what best practices work to help change behavior. And we have focused our efforts on prenatal care, safe sleep, breastfeeding, and smoking cessation. In a few minutes, Erica will share some important data with you about our work. You will see we've made some great gains in building this community's awareness of the ABCs of safe sleep, yet we're still losing too many babies, most often when death could have been prevented. And we are still losing way too many of our black babies, twice the rate of Caucasian babies. We have to get more families on board with changing behavior to always practice the ABCs of safe sleep. alone, on your back, in a crib, every time. Research tells us that moms are influenced by their mothers, grandmothers, older aunts, uncles, trusted doctors, and the males in their lives when it comes to changing behaviors, including practicing safe sleep. We also know that it takes a team to make things happen, whether that's in business, in government, or at home. That's why we're here today. We want our families to fire up their support teams, their sweet dreams teams, and rally around practicing the ABCs of safe sleep. Every nap, every night, every time. We couldn't think of a better team than some of our great former Buckeye football and NFL greats to help us underscore the importance of practicing safe sleep. And the beauty of all of it is that they're dads, uncles, and granddads, experiencing newborn babies as young as 4 months, right? And they are experiencing newborn babies and taking to heart the importance of making sure everyone who watches their infant is practicing the ABCs of safe sleep. I want to share our first video with you.
What's up, bro?
Not much. How you doing?
Hey, congratulations on your new addition.
Oh man, appreciate it, boss.
Hey, y'all. Deante and his wife just had another baby. I know you ain't getting no sleep.
Yeah, man. I was just telling my pops the other day that the hardest thing is convincing my wife not to fall asleep with the baby in the bed when we retired.
Man, what's wrong with the baby sleeping in the bed? My baby sleeps in the bed with me all the time.
No, sir. That's the last place this baby will be sleeping. Johnson's, we practice the ABCs of safe sleeping. So that means my grandson will be sleeping alone, on his back, in his crib, no matter how tired you are.
Man, things sure is different since mama was raising me. I can sure tell you that.
Yep, but now we know better. Well, you know, as my pops always says, when we know better,
We do better.
Great job, guys. Great job. Powerful message. Your message matters, but so do your messengers, and we're grateful to have you as messengers. I want to also thank, I forgot to mention, Rebecca Asmo, and the great leader here, the Boys and Girls Club, and thanks for hosting us here today, and for so many important conversations serving children and families on the Hilltop. We're grateful for your partnership. We all know that a barbershop is where real talk happens. And we wanted to have a series of videos that get to the heart of the matter in real scenarios that speak to our community. You'll see other videos throughout the program. Pepper, Deante, Beanie, thank you for your commitment to making differences in our communities. We believe this video and the others in our series will reach people where they are and help more families practice safe sleep in our community. Let's give it up for these three men. This crowd might not be as loud as Ohio Stadium on a Saturday, but I would argue that your work is more meaningful today than it ever has been. Of course, we don't do our work alone in this area without the support of great funders and delivery partners. This time, I'd like to introduce our great partner for this work and so much other, Joy Bevins, Director, Franklin County Job and Family Services.
Good morning, everyone. As you all have heard, my name is Joy Bivens, and I bring you greetings on behalf of the Franklin County Commissioners, Commissioner Marilyn Brown, Commissioner John O'Grady, and Commissioner Kevin Boyce, who regretfully could not be here today. Our commissioners and our agency have been a part of the Celebrate One Sweet Dreams team since day one, and we have committed more than $2.5 million to support this critical mission. from funding free pack and play cribs to a new evidence-based health curriculum for middle schoolers. From campaigns like this to raise community awareness from the importance of safe sleep to community health workers on the ground in our Celebrate One high-priority neighborhoods. Thank you. Medicaid, as you know, pays for more than half of all births in our county. And in Celebrate One neighborhoods like Franklinton and Hilltop, those numbers are more like 3 out of 4. So in addition to funding much of this great work, Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services has also put together a priority on pregnant women, working to ensure that they're enrolled in Medicaid as soon as they know that they are pregnant, so they can access high-quality care. Since we began these efforts in 2015, we have seen an increase in the percent of women enrolled in Medicaid prior to giving birth each year across the 8 Celebrate One neighborhoods. This work and mission of Celebrate One also aligns with our Franklin County Poverty Blueprint Plan, an effort to reduce poverty in Franklin County. Because we believe that during these efforts, our community really needs tenacious leaders like Erica Cart-Jones leading us in our collective community to reduce infant mortality. Our commissioners and our administration strongly believe in this effort, so thank you, Mr. Mayor. And this partnership and an ongoing effort is due to no small part, as I've mentioned, to a tenacious and passionate and courageous leader, Ms. Erica Clark-Jones. And without further ado, I would like to introduce Ms. Erica Clark-Jones. Thank you.
Good morning. What an honor to be here. I can't take the podium without expressing lots of levels of gratitude. First to Rebecca Asma for hosting us. We really appreciate it. We did not pick your facility to work with and hold our meetings here for no small reason. You are a bright light in the community, and we need you to help us with this work, so we appreciate you opening your doors today. Second, I have to give thanks to my mayor, Mayor Andrew Gunther, without whom this work would not be possible. It was Mayor Gunther's leadership. It was Mayor Gunther's leadership in 2013, 2012, 2014, and he stuck to it. He thought our babies were worth fighting for, and they are, and he continues to believe that to this day. And that's why we're here. So thank you, Mayor, for your unwavering leadership in saving Franklin County babies. Third, of course, my colleague, Joy Bivens. We could not do not this work without you, but the work we do across the county in improving lives for every pregnant mother, every parenting family. You have also been steadfast in this journey to save more babies, and just you being here this morning is a testament to that. So thank you for making us a priority. And then, not last, but certainly not least, it is the heart and soul of Celebrate One. It is every community health worker. It is every West Side Coalition member, every neighborhood coalition member from the South Side, the East Side, the North Side. You're all here. If you're in a coalition or you're a health worker, please stand, because you make this work go. Thank you so much. Well done. You know, we can stand up here, we can have the logos, we can have the messages, but they don't come to life until a health worker walks up to a mom and says, "What can I help you with?" And she says, "I'm having challenges here," or "I'm not insured," or "I need a pack and play," or "I need to know what to do when," or "I have no housing," or "I have this other crisis." And it's the health workers that really are the glue that bring mom to our incredible service providers across the county. And then, last and certainly not least, the stars of the show this morning is Beanie, Pepper, and Deante. And the team, frankly, Gail Saunders, Yavez Ellis, the people that really gave this movement energy right now. So thank you. So, as I mentioned earlier, we're intentional about being here on the West Side this morning. Just this year, we've had 6 sleep-related deaths on the West Side. Some in the Hilltop, some in Franklinton, some in the incorporated areas of Franklin County. And at Celebrate One, we believe that sleep-related deaths are the most preventable deaths we have, right? It just means a little extra help for mom or dad or uncle or grandma and knowing what to do to keep babies safe. While in 2019, we have seen an overall improvement of infant deaths in Franklin County, this year we are trending lower than we have last year. We're still losing infants that are preventable, and that's too many. If we lose one, it's too many. So I'd like to share a few data points before getting to our next video. And I just want to make sure we all understand this. So across Columbus, there are 8 neighborhoods where our infant mortality rate is highest. Franklinton and Hilltop are a part of those geographies that we are most concerned about. This is the data slide for sleep-related infant deaths for the end of the year 2018. We lost 29 babies, the equivalent of a kindergarten class and a half, to sleep-related deaths before the infant turned 1 last year. 83% of those babies were African American. Tragically, over 75% of those deaths happened in a Celebrate One neighborhood. And we recognize, as the mayor said, the message is important, but the messengers are also important. So what are we doing about it? You should know, with the help of our partners at Columbus Public Health and every major Central Ohio hospital system, we are working to do safe sleep education in every birth hospital in Central Ohio. Every baby born in Central Ohio through the winter last year not only saw the Safe Sleep video in their birthing suite, but they were given a sleep sack so that they can sleep babies safely without blankets. Additionally, we have coalitions on the north, east, south, and west side to bring community partners to the table to educate them about the importance so that they can go out and educate others. Additionally, since 2014, we've trained over 5,000 sleep ambassadors with the help of Columbus Public Health to become, and we train trusted messengers to deliver safe sleep messages and teach parents, moms, dads, uncles, caregivers on how to sleep babies safely. And additionally, with the help of Franklin County, we've distributed over 4,000 pack and plays as portable cribs for families. And we're also stepping up our efforts to reach African American families. Where they are and who the influencers are make a difference. Grandmothers, for example, have strong influence over moms' decisions regarding safe sleep. And we know that family members, such as older siblings, aunts, uncles, and others, are helping take care of their loved ones. We want moms and families to recognize that it takes everyone to help protect our babies when it comes to reducing infant deaths. And everyone has a role to play. We call it our Sweet Dreams team, a mom or dad support team to help with the baby. Today, we're showcasing a series of videos and other support materials designed to help us move families into practicing the ABCs of safe sleep, always. So just for a refresher, ABCs stand for A, alone, B, back, crib, oh, geez, I gave you the answer. C, crib, right? So it's alone, back, and in an empty crib, every nap, every night, every time. We have online resources such as the Sweet Dreams Team Playbook that you'll be able to see, with tips and tools to help families know how to ask for help, and other suggestions to help baby and mom during the first year. We also, with this campaign, wanted to create unique, culturally relatable videos to help us drive home the importance of not just knowing the ABCs of safe sleep, but practicing them. With the help of some of our Buckeye notables, we bring to life the message of safe sleep in places familiar to the audience. The barbershop, dinner at grandma's, and I think that's it. We also have other videos that lean on the notion of grandmas being key influencers and the important role siblings play when it comes to safe sleep. So you saw the first video our barbershop video. The second one features an older sibling talking about the ABCs of safe sleep with her grandma. We call it A Child Shall Lead Them. Please take a look.
Have you ever heard about the ABCs in safe sleep?
Well, this is the first time I've ever heard about it.
The A stands for alone. The baby should always sleep alone. B stands for back. Mama always says back to sleep, tummy to play. The C stands for crib. The baby should always sleep in an empty crib.
You're going to be a great big sister.
It's one thing, thank you, Erica, and thank everybody for being here. It's an honor for you guys to allow me to come back and do this. I'm sorry, I'm still a little devastated by the numbers that I've seen up there. It's one thing when we're just talking about, the infant mortality, but it's another thing when you start seeing the numbers and how tragic that is and how that could be. But anyway, I tell my friends all the time about how proud I am of my son, Deante, and my daughter, Jessica, for the remarkable jobs that they do with my grands. I always refer to them as my grands. Juggling their jobs, juggling, their lifestyles, the kids, not only raising the kids, but they're teaching the kids also. I mean, every time I come back to visit, it's something new I see from them. It's not baby brother anymore. That's the new thing now. It's Jameer. They call him Jameer. And I think I brought a little bit of Jameer with me this morning. My grands, I can argue with everybody that's out here that's grandparents about. I truly believe I have the best grands. It comes to Doug and Cheryl, Jessica parents, that I can't really argue with them because they have the same grands. But when Deante asked me to come and do that video, being a part of the sleep video to help save kids' lives here in Buckeye Country, I mean, it was a no-brainer for me. It was my pleasure, not just to assist him, but the cause, the purpose, and bringing awareness. I love it. We as grandparents, we can't just buy a gift and send kids home, send our grandkids home. We have to continue to teach and raise our kids and show them the paths. And we need to help by using strong emphasis of the ABCs of safe sleep. The mayor, I'd like to thank you. Thank you for addressing this issue and bringing this awareness out for infant mortality. Celebrate One. I'd like to thank you guys for reaching out and being supportive and doing something about it, because a lot of people like to talk, but it's a whole different story when people get out there and do it. Now, before I start getting too emotional up here and start going around the neighborhoods myself, I like to bring up the better Johnson, my son, Deante.
Thanks, Pops. Now you all can see where I stand. I guess it's all about the grands. He said that I'm the better of the Johnsons, but you know how it goes. The parents don't get too much love. It's all about the kids, and rightfully so. First and foremost, I want to say good morning and thank you to everyone for coming out. Thank you for everyone that couldn't be here, and most importantly, thank you for everybody that's playing a pivotal role in something that's near and dear to me as a parent and parents that are like me, that care and near and dear for their kids. So my name is Deante Johnson, and those grands that my dad was talking about are my kids. I have 4, a 5-year-old, twin girls that are 3, and a newborn that's 4 months old. So as you can imagine, it gets pretty crazy in my house. And as you heard me say in the video, we be tired. The key part about it is just understanding roles and support and when to ask for help. I think that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions to parenthood is that you have to do it on your own. Me as a dad of 4, a husband, it's important to know where your friends, your relatives, where your support system is, and it's important to make sure that we as a community are supporting mothers and fathers on their journey and getting them the resources that they need. I have dual roles in this effort. I am here as, I guess the talent, but most importantly, I'm also involved as a creative director. Learning the importance of the safe sleep and understanding the research, why it matters that as a family we make sure everyone who watches the baby practices the ABCs of safe sleep. It opened my eyes. And when I discovered that Black babies are dying at twice the rate of others, I wanted to be a part of this educational outreach and help change people's behaviors. As a husband and a dad, I am doing my part to provide additional support to my wife at night, during the day, really whenever I can. When we can't shout it out enough, it's one thing to know the ABCs of safe sleep. It's another thing to practice it. Every nap, every night, every time. As a Buckeye and former football player, I know what it's like to be a part of a team, a successful team. As a coach and a current business owner, I know that I can't do it all alone and that I need people to count on to help me get the job done. And as a father and a family man, you better believe that me and my wife, we have a Sweet Dreams team. Family, friends who are able to go and reach above and beyond and help us to make sure that we take our babies to the next level. They reach their first birthdays, but more importantly, they become great community members. I know what a supporting role is like. So the idea of having a Sweet Dreams team to support moms and families to help get infants to the goal of celebrating their first birthday, hey, I'm in. And speaking of supporting roles, the next person I'm going to call up is a friend that's near and dear to my heart. He's a great father, a great man, and one of my closest associates. He is currently raising more than me, so he's taken it upon himself to not only be a father to his own, but to be a great uncle to his nieces. So without further ado, let me introduce my close friend, Chris Beanie Wells.
Let me get an OH. OH. I love that. Deante, you almost got me there when you said associate. I'm like, I thought we were closer than that. You did. I'm Beanie Wells. I want to thank all you guys for being here. I want to thank Deante and all of you for allowing me to be a part of this. It's been tremendous. And when you look at those numbers and see the infant mortality rate, I mean, it's tough. It's very tough to digest. And like Pepper said, I had to keep from getting emotional looking at those numbers. Like I said, I'm Beanie Wells. I play the uncle to Deante's newborn in that video and in real life. So I'm not just his associate. So make sure I emphasize that. I'm a dad. I have 2 sons of my own. And a few months ago, I lost my brother tragically. And he has 5 daughters. So I'm taking care of those 5 daughters here as well. I love every bit of it, and as you guys know, it takes a village. I rely on my team to be able to support those girls and my sons, and people know that I encounter that they can rely on me to be a part of their support team. So that's why I was excited when Deante reached out to me to be a part of it. So when it comes to my Buckeye brother, my brother in real life, and not just a Buckeye, anytime he calls me to be a part of anything, I catch the ball and run with it. He could tell me he was in China moving mattresses. He needed me to be there tomorrow. I will hop on that flight in a heartbeat. That's the relationship that we have, and that's the bond that we've built over the years. But it's simple. When I can lend my voice to impact so many, I'm all for it, and particularly people in the same community in which I grew up in. It's here in Columbus, a community that helped support me in my career for a very long time. I'm jumping at it. That's one of the things we learned at Ohio State was to pay it forward. Jim Tressel emphasized that tremendously throughout my tenure here at Ohio State, and every time I talk to him, he's always emphasizing, what are you doing to give back? What are you doing to pay it forward? And this is something, just a small sample size of, being a part of this is what I'm doing to kind of give back and lend my voice. And I'm happy to do it. Any given day, any of you individuals that ever need me to be a part of something, when I can lend my voice, I'm all for it. It's been said before, but I underscore getting a team on board and to help ensure that your circle is going to be supported and that things are going to be done in a safe way for these babies is so critical. I encourage moms and dads to be firm. If members in the circle can't follow the ABCs of safe sleep, they can't be there. It's plain and simple. I wouldn't allow it for mine, and I hope you guys and people that watch these videos wouldn't allow it for theirs. It's critical. We don't want those numbers to continue to rise. We want them to drop drastically. We want our babies to cross the goal line. We want them here. When she said 29 babies, enough to fill up a kindergarten classroom, that struck a nerve. I mean, 3 of the little girls that I have are all under 4 years old. My sons are, 3rd and 4th grade. So when I look at those numbers and I see, wow, an entire classroom of children lost in a year, that's drastic. We can't continue to have that. We have to do something. What you guys are doing here is so critical in helping change that narrative and change that statistic. Mr. Mayor, Joy, Erica, I appreciate you guys for coming up with this. This is something that's definitely needed. And like I said, whatever I can do to be a part of it moving forward, reach out at any given point. It's been a privilege and honor to be a part of your Sweet Dreams team. Our babies, our goal for our babies is let's change. Let's see them grow. Let's see them reach that first birthday. Let's see them go beyond that kindergarten classroom. I can be long-winded at times, as Deante knows, so I'll cut it short here. Let's roll the video at Grandma's house for dinner.
Hey, Grandma, we're here. Let's get you out of this old car seat and put you on the couch.
Oh, it's okay, Grandma. Uncle Beanie brought the pack and play.
Yeah, Grandma, if you're gonna keep him, you gotta remember the ABCs of safe sleep. To help keep our baby safe, we always keep him on a firm surface and never share the bed. And we always put him in his own crib or a pack and play. And if you're gonna keep him, we need you to do that all the time, Grandma.
How awesome is that? Not only do we have OSU football players as a part of our Sweet Dreams team, but just to reinforce and encourage our fathers and our men to be a part and take a lead role in our Sweet Dreams team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just want you to know my notes say get up here and be like OH, but I feel like that would be redundant. But just like go Bucks, right? We've had 2 wins. We got more to go. We are pushing out these videos to our partners, and as we close today, we want you to know these videos are airing on Bounce TV starting today. We're pushing them through the digital space, through social media and e-marketing. If you're interested in getting the videos to share with your constituents, please let Gail know today. And finally, we would not be able to do what we do without the support of our sponsors and our funders. I believe they are listed here, and we're always looking for more if those in the viewing audience would like to join us or in the physical audience. I want to publicly acknowledge them for supporting our community celebrations, including baby showers, providing cribs, diapers, sleep sacks, and everything in between. We would not be able to sustain this work were it not for our partners and sponsors, so thank you. Please refer to the website, celebrate1.info, for more information. There you will also see our Sweet Dreams playbook, and then pick up an information card on your way out. Before I adjourn this meeting, I just want to reinforce my gratitude for this opportunity. Gentlemen, you have put a fine point on this campaign. There are some people that probably have heard the message but won't practice it until they see your leadership in this space. I can't thank you all enough. I can't thank the mayor enough. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you all for joining us today, and I think I would be remiss if all my health workers said, Coach, Beanie, Deante, please stick around so we can get a photo. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon.